Hi, I'm Adam. We're at the Colloquium on Violence and Religion in Notre Dame 2010. So Betsy's here as a participant, and I wanted to ask Betsy a few questions.
Okay.
Betsy, you've been coming to cover for a few years now.
This is my third time. I come, and then a couple of years go by, and I come. I don't go to Europe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What keeps you coming back to cover?
I became just very fascinated with mimetic theory when Gil Bailey's book came out in 1996, and it affirmed a lot of things that I already thought and had thought about, but it gave it some form.
Mm-hmm.
And since then, I have read pretty much anything I can lay my hands on.
Yeah.
I listen to these amazing scholars, and I say they can both read and say what it means. I can't do that yet, but I can come close.
Yeah.
And at that time I was making a career change. I became a teacher I'm a theology teacher in an all-girls Catholic school, wonderful school, and we created this course. I created the course, and they said, okay.
Yeah. Well, this is fascinating to me. How do you go about teaching mimetic theory to high school?
Remember the fifth grade.
The fifth grade.
Remember the fifth grade. These are people fresh out of middle school.
Mm-hmm.
I think training ground for scapegoating violence occurs about fifth grade.
Yeah.
It starts a little earlier, but fifth grade is sort of a sixth grade high point. And all you have to do is remember, get students to remember not only their own victimization, but how they victimized other people. I've had essays that were tear-stained over the things they did to somebody that they regret so immensely now. I had two students here presenting this year.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them 17 years old, both of them just amazing young women who really get mimetic theory.
Mm.
They don't get the nuance yet, but they get it. And one of them talks about how in fifth and sixth grade, a single roll of the eye, lift of the eyebrow, cackling laugh at someone is the cue.
Mm.
It's the cue for everyone else to turn on this person. It seems random, but it just takes the one very subtle moment, and that person is the scapegoat for that week, that month, the rest of the year, who knows. And those memories are so fresh that they get this very easily.
That's powerful, because even with adults, it's easy to see how others have scapegoated us. Mm-hmm. But it's so difficult to make the switch to see how you participate in the scapegoating of others.
And that's the essential part of the course.
Yeah.
Is that you have to see how you've done this. I use a quote in teaching moral theory the year before from a 16-year-old girl.
Yeah.
If I am willing to serenely bear the burden of being displeasing to myself, I will be a pleasant place of shelter for Jesus.
Wow.
Saint Teresa of Lisieux, age 16.
Yeah.
In a letter.
That's amazing.
Isn't it?
Yeah, I love
and
it.
It's, I can teach conscience. I can teach mimetic theory. I can take that quote and play with it forever.
Mm-hmm.
And then my other model would be Fred Rogers.
Mm.
My kids laugh at me, but they all know Mr. Rogers.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And the thing that people don't understand about Fred Rogers is that he was a person who, at the age of 20, decided as a spiritual discipline that he would not accuse.
Wow.
That he would look for whatever was holy in a person, and that he really expected him to be that way.
Yeah.
And it worked.
That's powerful.
And when he died, that spiritual discipline had become him. He was no longer capable of seeing anything but the good in another. And to me, that's a Christ model. I want to be like Jesus, but I kind of want to be like Fred.
Yeah.
And so the kids tease me. They've given me the trolley.
Yeah.
We have sweater day.
I love it. Yeah.
But you have to find things that are very close to their experience, and it's my own experience. I use film to teach this class. I don't have a text. I use film and some graphics. I send them to the internet to read articles by James Allison, to read stories by different people. There's sermons on the Vatican site by a course that I happened on. And we spend one semester studying film, learning Lomatic theory, learning how to be a nonviolent person, and how this is connected to a sacramental life, and that's the course.
Wow.
And that's it's a lot to get in 3 days a week, I'll tell you.
Yeah, I bet.
But they do tend to come in at lunch and say, "Can we watch this movie?"
Yeah.
And the discussions happen. The coolest thing for me is that my students come back years later and say, I've never been able to watch a movie the same way since.
This is what's so powerful for me, because you're giving them the lens through which to interpret not just what's going on in your class, but life in human relationships.
And it's not anywhere else. They're in a mimetic crisis every day of their lives as to what college they're going to get into, how many points they got on this, whether they're going to win the big game. It's constant, and this alternative way of thinking to me is just healthy. And I desperately wish that it can continue. You know, I feel like this is my 5th career, but this is my work, and I love it. I love it when my students who presented here at the conference got up and they were wonderful.
Yeah.
They understood Lomatic theory. They expressed it in a very in a non-academic but completely intellectual way. And it was not something I taught them. They had developed, and I was so proud of them. But anyway, it's like having my own kids or something.
That's awesome.
Anyway, that's and I want to continue doing this.
Good. Well, Betsy, thank you for being here. Thank you for all of your work, and appreciate it.
Okay, thank you.